I mean, we're done with the cursed part for now, not right now. I mean, we're going back to the cursed part. I mean, the cursed part of the dungeon. The shadow part. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, there's a hole down here, but you can't really do anything. The brambles, they will take off hearts. Or at least a quarter of your heart. Which is really funny because there are very few things in this game that actually do that little damage to you. I mean, like, besides the brambles, like, what else can does, like what else can do quarter damage to you? I don't know. Anyway, if you open up this gate, over on the right, there is a chest with the map, I believe. We haven't gotten to the map yet, so it must be the map. It is the map! Thank you, memory. This part of Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword has been brought to you by MrWaluigiWalkthrough's memory. I almost just said my name right there, heh. Anyway, alright, here we have a new enemy. Using the whip, if you wait long enough, the tail will open itself for you to latch onto. And this is a Phoenix, I believe. I don't know, I didn't really read the name of it, I was just like scrolling through it. I was you know, like those times when you're thinking about something and then you just don't look? You just focus on one area that's not the TV screen? That's what I was doing. Alright. So we've killed the Phoenix. I don't know, there's another one. Well, I'll be sure to remember that name. If I'm wrong, I'll probably edit the video and tell you guys what the name of the animal is, or you probably can just read the name after I've tattled it, so I'll just probably check myself later on. I'm pretty sure it's called the Phoenix, and if it's not, then I feel like an idiot right now. Anyway, we want to latch onto that lily pad, get rid of the Waltula, because it will be annoying. Let's climb up. We're technically halfway done with the dungeon, which is kind of funny because, I mean, it's like, we've only been doing this for like, what, how long? Like 20 minutes? Alright, Quadrababa, you're dead! You actually hurt my shield. Damn you, Quadrababa! Alright, you want to flip over this lily pad, and before you actually continue on with the puzzle, it's a multi-step puzzle here, you actually want to swim down and collect this red rupee. Oh! Well, you have to swim down here regardless in order to continue the puzzle. What am I thinking about? I think I'm, like, remembering something else. I don't know. Well, you have to swim down here. That's actually what you want to do. You want to swim down here, collect the red rupee, in order to continue the puzzle. Because, over here... Miss the staircase! Every time I miss a jump out of the water, I make myself look like a fool. Or I make Link look like a fool. It's not like anybody's watching. It's not like there are cameras around the dungeon and Girahim's like, Link, a fool. Or Zelda's like, oh, Link, why? Why are you doing these stupid things? Well, anyway, that was a really weird thought process. Well, anyway, now that we've activated the spigot of water, spigot. Let's swim over to the lily pad. Man, I probably caused brain damage to Link after all the times he's bashed his head against a rock wall. Like, seriously, Link should just probably be, like, not even functioning. He should just be drooling at this point. Anyway, we want to flip over the lily pad now. Yeah, we flipped it, and now we're gonna flip it again. And what the heck? What? Oh, come on. That was cheap. I made that jump. In my defense, it might have... Well, never mind. Alright, I'm not gonna miss this time. Alright, good. Now we want to make our way over to the other side. To the dark side. I've recently watched, like, the first 3 episodes of Star Wars. Marathon did. It was ridiculous. I don't know what made me think that doing all 3 movies, like 3 Star Wars movies back to back to back would be a good idea. I mean, it was fun, but at the same time it was just, ugh. 7 hours of Star Wars really does a number on your brain. Alright, let's grab onto the Phoenix tail. Alright, just... Come on. Alright, there we go. Come here. Yeah. That's how we roll in Hyrule. Alright. Skyloft. No, Hyrule. Whatever. Whatever. Alright. So, there's a chest down here if you head down the bottom path of the vines. If you head over, there's another Waltula, but we can easily maneuver around him. And now we can die. Alright. Inside this chest is, of course, 20 rupees. What else could it be? Except for that one time it was 5 rupees. And I hear an ambulance outside of my apartment. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Anyway, you want to now reset your stamina gauge because the next bit of the vine climbing is a little bit of a trek. So make sure you grab onto the vine and you don't fall all the way down. If you do, there's some vines at the very bottom of the platform. You can climb your way back up. And that's pretty much it up here. Alright, so over here we want to activate a shortcut with the whip. This will allow us to use the water spigot to get all the way back up here in case we fall. But there's nothing really that's going to cause us to fall unless we jump our way down. Anyway, over here we want to grab onto the switch. And you make sure you want to swing the Wii Remote down once you've latched onto it. Like, I couldn't figure out why in the world, like, the switch wouldn't flip when I was first playing this dungeon. I wasn't even, like, flinging it down, I was just, like, trying to fling it in any direction. And it just would not flip, and I was like, why is this game broken? Why? Why, Nintendo? Anyway, so we've lowered the base of the statue to the bottom floor, to the cursed area of the dungeon. And I do not want to do that. Anyway, now that I'm over here, actually, let me show you guys something that you can do with the whip. It's kind of cool. It's actually really cool. I didn't show this the first time. If you happen to quit the game and you want to get back up to where you open the gate and grab the chest with the dungeon map, there are some poles that we can latch onto with the whip, and then we can just swing across and get back up there. It's a way to easily ascend the main room of the dungeon, but it's essentially just a shortcut. It's not really anything that you need to do. So that's just there to show you guys why it's there. I mean, I didn't really need it, so I didn't really do it, or use it. Well, anyway, now that we've lowered the base of the statue, we want to head down to the cursed portion, the dark side of the dungeon. And for some reason, my sailcloth will not come out. The dark side, okay. Oh man, that's fun. As many times as that happens. Anyway, that's why I saved these skulls from the mini-boss battle, just in case if you're low on health before you head into this next room. Because here, there's a possibility you might get cursed. We have a new enemy here. This is the Cursed Bokoblin. In essentially, what am I saying? Essentially, they're just zombies. Yeah, you can swing your sword at them many times, but they won't die unless you actually do a finishing blow on them. So, in order to get rid of them completely, do a final blow, kill them off. If they do happen to attack you or bite you, they can curse you. And getting cursed in this game, it's something that we haven't seen yet in the game itself. Oh, an evil crystal. Do I have any of these? Oh, I do. When did I get 2? Oh, from the bamboo cutting game. Yeah, that's what it's from. Oh, anyway, we haven't gotten cursed yet. Curse, affliction, status, ailment, or affliction is something we haven't seen yet in this game. Basically what happens is Link starts glowing with purple smoke, and he's not able to use any of his sword, shield, or any of his items. It's basically how the curse mechanism works in every other Zelda game. Like if you were cursed by the pose in Wind Waker, or I don't know, does it happen in Ocarina of Time? I'm not sure. I know it's definitely in Wind Waker. I know it's definitely in Wind Waker. But anyway, yeah, that's what happens. So, in order to prevent yourself from getting cursed, you can attack cursed enemies while having the Sacred Shield equipped. Cursed enemies have a natural fear from the Sacred Shield, and the Sacred Shield will also prevent you from getting cursed if you try to dodge or block long-range curse attacks. which we won't see for some time, actually, in this game. Anyway, that's why I recommend bringing a cursed shield. I mean, sacred shield. Why would you bring a cursed shield? That's stupid. That's why I recommend bringing a sacred shield before you come to this dungeon, in case you really are afraid of zombie bokoblins, which actually don't look scary in the least bit. They kind of look dorky, and they really amuse me. Because, I mean, like, they're just like, ugh. They're really cartoonish. Compared to the Redeads of Twilight Princess, they're really cartoonish. Which I guess is a good thing, because I absolutely hate the Redeads from Twilight Princess. Anyway, over here there's another goddess wall. In case you want to refill on health, you can do so, but I'm going to get some rupees. What else would I get? Because I like me my what am I saying? I like me my money. I like my money. I'm just having a really off day with commentary. Alright. Diamond. That's not a very good diamond, but it's still a diamond nonetheless. And the game just thinks I wanted bombs. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Yep, I'm not upset. Alright. So over here, I don't know why I was moving around so much, but a gemstone shines deep within the eye. Strike it to shut the mouth and damn the flow. Damn that flow! That's fine. I don't know, I never read the word damn, like the actual word damn. I always just think of damn. Damn the flow. And someone's calling me. Don't call me when I'm recording. Alright. So now, as I said, hit the gem within the eye of the statue to damn the flow. So the gem is, of course, in the eye. Duh. So use a quick beetle or your hook beetle or whatever upgraded version of the beetle you have to hit the gem. And damn that flow, we've damned it. Alright. So now, it's kind of a long way, but I should probably just go over there. You want to use the bomb right by the waterfall that we just blocked in order to blow up a boulder. I mean, you technically could use your beetle all the way back there because you're going to have to move back anyway. And I missed the bomb. Oh my gosh. Alright. Don't miss. Oh, by the way, don't fall into the purple water. If you haven't already figured out, that's cursed water, and if you fall into the cursed water, you'll lose health immediately. So, yeah. Use your intuition. If something doesn't look safe or doesn't look right, then don't test it out. Yeah. It's kind of self-intuitive. Common sense. Please, use your common sense. Alright. So now we get to play with some dungeon traps. Of course, the Shadow Temple would have death traps. I mean, like it does in Ocarina of Time, man. That dungeon still scares me to this day. I don't know why. It's just probably the ambiance of the place. It's just dark, and there's guillotines everywhere, and there's Redeads, and there are Master Hands. Oh my gosh. Not Master Hands, I mean, Dungeon Master. What? No, not Dungeon Masters. Floor Masters. Oh my gosh. Master Hands. No. Floor Masters. There we go. Yeah, there are no Floor Masters in this game, luckily, but yeah, that place just still creeps me to this day. It's just really eerie. It's not a happy place. Really, it isn't. I've heard people, like, say, the game is rated E for everyone, and I've heard people say, like, how in the world is that rated for everyone? Like, because I'm sure if I was really little and I played that game, which I didn't, I'd probably be scared out of my wits. And I would never play Zelda again. Yeah, it'd scar me for life. Alright, so you want to reverse the rotation of these columns and that center column that we ran on, or else you'll fall and run into the spikes. Yeah, so... Alright, so now we have to reverse the rotation again in order to continue on. So make sure you get all the way to the side, jump down, and now be very careful here because you have to make the running jump onto the vines again. Make sure we land ourselves so we don't fall to our death and become a zombie bokoblin. And now we want to reverse. We want to undo what we just did. Alright, so now the rotation is reversed. Make sure you don't run off right there, as I almost did. I did that. I remember I did that in my practice run. Anyway. I climb up to the very top just so I can see where I'm going. Otherwise, I really have no idea where I'm going. And now let's go. Alright. Good. Alright, more fire keys. I'm surprised they didn't put any of the cursed keys in here. I mean, they've cursed everything else in this game. Alright. So, this ominous looking vine that's just above this pit of bones. Yeah, we're definitely going to be heading there, but before we do that, make sure you open the shortcut. Just in case you want to leave the cursed area, or the shadow temple, or the shadow part of the ancient cistern. Or the bottom floor, this is called the basement. Yeah. If you don't hate basements already, you'll hate them by the end of this dungeon. Which I love this dungeon, but anyway. So now let's head over to the rope and climb our way to the light. In this case, you do want to head towards the light. Would you look at that? Alright, so just keep on climbing. Really don't freak out at this. You won't die or anything. If a cursed bokoblin grabs onto you, just shake him off. Yeah. If you do happen to stay at the bottom and try to fight off the bokoblins, don't do that because they are respawning. They respawn like none other. So there is no point in killing them right now. They will not die. Alright, so luckily once you make it to the main floor of the ancient cistern, or like the higher up floor, the bokoblins won't follow you because they are afraid of light. Alright, so we have to raise the statue all the way, and we're going to do that right now in order to get the dungeon key. Or I mean the boss door key. Or the puzzle key. That's what it's called, the puzzle key. Alright. So now we can flip the switch one more time to raise the dungeon. Or raise the statue. I really like how this is kind of plays off of like, I don't know, like, Eastern themes. Eastern cultural themes like Buddhism and peace and tranquility. I mean, it's really nice, and also kind of plays on the whole heaven hell aspect. If you believe in that stuff, I mean, I don't want to impose any sort of beliefs onto you guys, so I'm just leaving it like that. It's just a whole good and evil yin yang. Let's go with the yin yang, good evil balance, light dark aspect. It's really cool. I like it. But anyway. Now if we raise the base of the dungeon, we can now grab the puzzle key. And I love the sound effect of like the bones crackling underneath Link's feet as he walks on like the bones of these dead bokoblins. Oh, it's creepy. But it's cool. And we got the blessed idol. Blessed idol. It also looks like the same statue on the blah blah blah. Alright, so now that you grab the key, the statue will start to fall. All you want to do is just make sure you get out of there in time. And for some reason the cursed bokoblins, they can't move, they're frozen. Oh, what a terrible fate that is. Crushed by the feet of the statue idol. Anyway, now that we have the puzzle key, we're actually done with the dungeon. I believe I collected all the treasure chests. If not, I'll have to go do that. But other than that, yeah, the dungeon's basically done. Now, all there's left to do is fight the boss. Fight the boss. Yeah. But anyway. So, overall, it's a great dungeon. It's kind of short compared to the other dungeons. Yeah, I've collected all the chests. Yep, it's good. But I mean, it's fun nonetheless. I mean, for being a water dungeon and a shadow dungeon at the same time, it's... Good job, Nintendo. Really, good job. You made me reconsider my opinion of water temples and shadow temples. Of course, I'm referring to Ocarina of Time. What else would I be referring to? I mean, I didn't really have so much a problem with the lake bed temple from Twilight Princess. I mean, that was an okay dungeon, but it was just... It was still annoying. I mean, you still had to reroute water throughout the dungeon. It's like, I guess Nintendo learned its lesson. Don't put water dungeon mechanics like that. And about Majora's Mask, I have not played the Great Bay Temple. I am not that big... I mean, I love Majora's Mask, but I have not played that much into it. I don't know, I just sometimes like got bored with the game, so I just stopped playing it. I know, that sounds terrible of me to say that, but yeah. That's what happens, that's the truth. Alright. So one more time, we have to flip all these switches. In doing so, we're moving on up. Moving on up. Moving on up. To the east side. Alright. I've made that joke some other time, so I'm not going to make it anymore. And now we have made it to the top of the ancient cistern. So fill up on hearts if you need them. I don't need them, I just like to collect them. And there's an amber relic over here. Yep, so there's one more bird statue here. And I guess for now this is actually going to be the end of the part. I'm kind of running low on time right now, so... I mean, not the end of the part, but I mean... the room, this is the end of the dungeon before the boss. So I'll see you guys at the boss. Which is awesome.